I'm KL Rajeshri, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research, Chennai. The course name is Numerical Methods and course code is U18 BS MA 401. Here we are going to discuss the Unit 5, Boundary Value Problems for Ordinary and Partial Differential Equations. The topics we are going to discuss are finite difference solution of second order ordinary differential equation, finite difference solution for two-dimensional equations. In that we are going to see Laplace equation and Poisson equation, then finite difference solution for one-dimensional heat equation. So we are going to deal with finite difference solution of second order ordinary equation. So let us consider the problem. Y double dash of x plus y f of x into g dash of x plus g of x into y of x is equal to r of x with the boundary condition y of x naught is equal to a and y of xn is equal to b. So for solving the equation, the finite difference method is the popular one. The finite difference method for the solution of a boundary value problem consists in replacing every derivative occurring in the equation as well as the boundary conditions by means of their finite difference approximations. To solve boundary value problems, we may prefer the finite difference method as applications of this method. This method reduces the problem to one of the solution of a system of linear algebraic equations. So next, let us deal with the finite difference method for solving two-point linear boundary value problems. So we are considering the general form of a second order ordinary linear ODE. So here, as it is involving the term y double dash, it is of second order because we are dealing with the second derivative. So y double dash is equal to a function of x, y and the first derivative y dash, where x belongs to the closed interval a comma b. Since the ODE is of second order, we need to prescribe two suitable conditions to find a unique solution of the problem. So we shall consider only differential equations of the form y double dash of x plus p of x into y dash of x plus q of x into y of x is equal to r of x, where x belongs to a comma b. So this equation you can take it as equation number 1. Now we are dividing the closed interval a comma b into n subintervals with h at the points x1 comma x2 comma etc xn minus 1. So xi is equal to a plus ih, that is equal to x naught plus ih, where I varies from 0, 1, 2 etc to n. Here your a is the initial value x naught and your b is the last value xn. So as we have divided the interval into x naught, x1 etc to xn, the first interval is taken as x naught and the final value is taken as xn. So the finite difference method consists in replacing the derivatives occurring in the difference approximations given below. So as we have seen in the previous slide, the equation 1 is valid for each x belongs to the closed interval a comma b. So y double dash yi of double dash plus p of xi into y dash of x y dash plus yi dash plus q xi into yi is equal to r of xi for each I. So this you can take it as equation number 2. So here yi double dash is equal to y double dash of xi, and yi dash stands for y dash of xi and yi stands for y of xi. So replacing yi double dash and yi dash by their approximate finite central differences given by yi double dash is equal to yi plus 1 minus 2 into yi plus yi minus 1 by h square, and yi dash is equal to yi plus 1 minus yi minus 1 by 2h. In equation number 2, we get that yi plus 1 minus 2yi plus yi minus 1 by h square plus p of xi into yi plus 1 minus yi minus 1 by 2 into h into q of xi into yi is equal to r of xi. So now we are just rearranging the terms with the equal coordinates, and we are getting the coefficients. So if you are taking yi minus 1 as common, you'll be getting 1 minus h by 2 into p of xi into yi minus 1. Next, we are collecting the terms with yi, that is h square into q of xi minus 2 into yi. Then we are collecting the terms with yi plus 1, that is 1 plus h by 2 into p of xi into y of I plus 1 is equal to h square into r of xi. This h square we are taking to the RHS. So for I equal to 1 to etc. to n minus 1. So for these n minus 1 equations can be solved for n minus 1 unknowns, that are y1, y2, etc., etc., yn minus 1, as we know the initial value y0. So that is, we are getting the values of y of x1, y of x2, y of x3, etc., etc., y of xn minus 1. Now next is the finite difference method for elliptic equation. So the Laplace equation del square of y is equal to dou square u plus by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y square is equal to 0, and the Poisson equation dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y square is equal to 0 are the example of elliptic partial differential equation. So always the partial derivatives will denote by dou, by the operator dou. So the finite difference approximations to partial derivatives. So here if h is small, your dy by dx is equal to y into x plus h minus y of x by h approximately. So by Taylor series, already we know what is Taylor series, that is u of x plus h comma y, where h is the small increment given to the x coordinate. So that is given by Taylor series as u of x comma y plus h by 1 factorial into ux of x comma y plus h square by 2 factorial into u double x of theta comma y, where theta lies between x and x plus h, where h is the small increment given to x. So that implies u of x plus h comma y minus u of x comma y by h is equal to ux of x comma y plus h by 2 into u double x of theta comma y. That is, from the RHS we are taking one h to the LHS. So that is ux of, this is u of x comma x plus h comma y minus u of x comma by h can be taken as ux of x comma y. That is the derivative. We are finding the derivative of ux comma y with respect to x, which is equal to u of x plus h comma y minus u of x comma y by h approximately. So this is called forward difference approximation. So changing h to minus h, we'll get ux of x comma y is equal to u of x minus h by y minus u of x by y by minus h approximately. So that is, we are replacing our h by minus h. That is ux of x comma y is equal to u of x comma y minus u of x minus h comma y divided by h. We are taking the positive terms first and the negative terms next. So this is called backward difference operator. So using backward difference approximation and forward difference, u double x of x comma y is equal to ux of x plus h comma y minus ux of x comma y by h by equation 1. So that is equal to 1 by h into x plus h comma y minus u of x comma y by h minus u of x comma y minus u of x minus h by y by h, that is denoted by equation number 2. Now we are taking the h from the previous step. We are taking the h to the outside. So we'll be getting 1 by h square. Already one h is there. So 1 by h into 1 by h will become 1 by h square into u of x plus h comma y minus, we are just adding the terms. That is, already you have minus u of x comma y. Already one, if you remove the bracket, you will get one another minus u of x comma y. So that term will become minus 2 into u of x comma y plus this minus into minus will become plus. So u of x minus h by y. So writing u of x comma y as u of I comma h comma j comma k, or simply u of I comma j. That is, we are giving us the interval given in the x coordinate is denoted by h, and the increment given in y coordinate is given as k. So u of I comma h comma j comma k can be written as u of I comma j. So we are combining equations 1, 2 and 3. So you'll be getting ux is equal to 1 by h into u of I plus 1 comma j minus u of I comma j comma u of x is equal to 1 by h into u of I comma j minus u I minus 1 minus comma j. That is, u double x is equal to 1 by h square into u of I minus 1 comma j minus 2 into u of I comma j plus u I plus 1 comma j. So sometimes we use ux is equal to 1 by 2h into u of I plus 1 comma j minus u I minus 1 comma j. So similarly, uy is equal to 1 by k into u of I comma j plus 1 minus u of I comma j, and uy is equal to 1 by k into u I comma j minus u of I comma j minus 1, and u of y, u suffix y, that is equal to 1 by 2k into u of I comma j plus 1 minus u of I comma j minus 1, and u double y is equal to 1 by k square into u of I comma j plus 1 comma 2 into u of I comma j plus u I comma j minus 1. So this can be marked as equation number y. So taking h equal to k, and if you are taking a square mesh, that is h and k have the equal interval, and using equations 4 and 5 in the Laplace equation is approximated to 1 by h square into u of I plus 1 comma j minus 2 of I comma j plus u I minus 1 comma j plus h square 1 by h square into u of I comma j plus 1 minus 2 of I comma j, u of I comma j plus u of I comma j minus 1 is equal to 0. That is, u of I comma j is equal to 1 by 4 into u of I plus 1 comma j plus u I minus 1 comma j plus u I comma j plus 1 plus u I comma j minus 1. This is equation number 6. So this equation is called standard 5-point formula, and very frequently we will be using this in the problems. So sometimes a formula similar to equation number 6, known as the diagonal 5-point formula, is used, which is given by u of I comma j is equal to 1 by 4 into u of I minus 1 comma j plus 1 plus u of I plus 1 comma j minus 1 plus u of I plus 1 comma j plus 1 plus u I minus 1 comma j minus 1. So that is equation 6 and 7 are represented in figure 1 and 2 respectively. So next is a solution of Poisson equation. So consider the Poisson equation u double x plus u double y is equal to f of x comma y. This u double x plus u double y can be also written as del square of u. That is a function of x comma y. So using the finite difference approximations and in equation 1, 1 by h square into 1 u of I plus 1 comma j minus 2 into u I comma j plus u of I minus 1 comma j plus 1 by k square into u I comma j plus 1 minus 2 u of I comma j plus u I comma j minus 1 is equal to f of xi comma yj. This can be written as equation number 2. So when h equal to k that is the increment given in the x coordinate and the increment given in y coordinate are equal, your equation 2 will become u of I plus 1 comma j minus 2 into u of I comma j plus ui minus 1 comma j plus ui comma j plus 1 minus 2 ui comma j plus u of I comma j minus 1 is equal to h square into f of xi comma yj. That is 4 u I comma j is equal to u I plus 1 comma j plus u into I minus 1 comma j plus u I comma j plus 1 plus u into I comma j minus 1 minus h square into f of xi comma yj. That is uij is equal to 1 by 4 into u of I plus 1 comma j plus u I minus 1 comma j plus ui comma j plus 1 plus ui comma j minus 1 minus h square into f of xi comma yj. So next is the finite difference method for heat conduction equation, that is parabolic equations. The partial differential equation governing the flow of heat in the rod is given by the parabolic equation dou u by dou t is equal to c square into dou square u by dou x square, where your x lies between 0 and L. That is 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to L, comma t greater than 0, where c is a constant and depends on the material properties of the rod. The initial condition is at time t equal to 0, u is prescribed. That is u of 0 comma t is equal to g comma t and u of L comma t is equal to h of t for t greater than 0. Next is the wave equation is a partial differential equation that may constrain some scalar function u. U is a function of x1, x2, etc. to xn comma t of a time variable t and one or more partial variables x1, x2, etc. xn. The quantity u may be, for example, the pressure in a liquid or gas or the displacement along some specific direction of the particle of a vibrating solid away from their resting positions. So the equation is dou square u by dou t square is equal to c square into dou square u by dou x1 square plus dou square u by dou x2 square, etc. plus dou square u by dou xn square. So using the notations of Newtonian mechanics and vector calculus, the wave equation can be written more compactly as, that is, we are writing the second partial derivative of u with respect to t, that is dou square u by dou t square as u double dot is equal to c square into this partial derivatives, that is dou square u by dou x1 square plus dou square u by dou x2 square, etc. to dou square u by dou xn square. We are writing it as del square u. So this is called the equation. Now consider u double dash is equal to c square into del square u. So u double dot is equal to del square u by dou t square and your del is equal to dou of dou x1 comma dou of dou x2 etc. to dou of dou xn. So your del square is equal to dou square by dou x1 square, dou square by dou x2 square, etc. to dou square by dou xn square. So the double dot denotes the double time derivative of u and the delta is called the Nebula operator and del square is equal to del dot del. It is the spatial or the Laplacian operator. So the basic philosophy of finite difference method is to replace the derivatives of the governing equations with algebraic difference quotients. So this will result in a system of algebraic equations which can be solved for the dependent variables at the discrete grid points in the flow field. So you can see the diagram. So there you have got j comma n. So this side, if you comes, the value is shifted to, that is, if you are shifting to your LHS, it is j minus 1 comma n. If you are shifting to your right hand side, it is j plus 1 comma n. So the x coordinate remains the same, only the y coordinate varies. Now if you go up, the x coordinate remains the same, the y coordinate varies. That is, j comma n becomes j comma n plus 1. So this is your grid you will be often using in the when we are doing problems. Now next is finite difference solution on one dimensional heat equation by implicit and explicit methods. So classification of partial differential equation of second order. The most general linear PDE of second order can be written as A into U double X plus B into U XY plus C into U YY plus D into U of X plus E into Uy plus Fu is equal to 0, where capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D, and capital D, E, and capital F are in general functions of X and Y. So the classification of PDE. So we are considering the partial differential equation, which is linear, that is A into U double X plus B into U XY plus C into U double Y plus D into U X plus E into Uy plus Fu is equal to 0. So here we are, from the equation, we have to calculate the value capital B square minus 4AC. So this will decide whether it is elliptic or parabolic or hyperbolic. This value is called the discriminant. That is, this will be elliptic if B square minus 4AC is less than 0. This will be parabolic if B square minus 4AC is equal to 0. And this will be hyperbolic if B square minus 4AC is greater than 0. Now, we are comparing in that in a form of a tabular column, that is elliptic type, parabolic type, hyperbolic type. That is U double X plus U double Y will be 0 if it is elliptic type. So that is a Laplace equation in 2 dimension. Parabolic type means it will be U double X is equal to 1 by alpha square into UT. It is 1 dimensional heat equation. Hyperbolic means U double X is equal to 1 by alpha square into U double T. It is a 1 dimensional wave equation. Now second case, Poisson equation, it will be U double X plus U double Y is equal to a function of X comma Y. So next is a Bender-Smith's difference equation. So corresponding to the parabolic equation, dou U by dou T, alpha square is equal to alpha square into dou square U by dou X square. This is 1 dimensional heat equation, and here we are using explicit method. So next we are going to deal it with the problem. Solve dou square U by dou X square minus 2 into dou U by dou T is equal to 0. U of 4 comma T is equal to 0. U of X comma 0 is equal to X into 4 minus X. Assume H is equal to 1. Find the values of U up to T is equal to 5. So the solution is, you are given the partial differential equation. So we can write that as U double X is equal to A into UT. And your A is equal to 2 here. We are comparing the given problem to the general form. So here A equal to 2. So using Bender-Smith's equation, your K is equal to A by 2 and H square is equal to 1. So step size in time is equal to K equal to 1. So the values of U of I comma J are tabulated below. That is, we are forming a table. This is your X direction and this is your T direction. And we are your I varies from 0 to 5 and your J varies from 0 to 4. So taking the previous slide, the range for X is 0, 4. For T, it is 0, 5. So U of X, 0 is equal to X into 4 minus X. So this gives U of 0, 0 as 0. U of 1, 0 is equal to 1 into 4 minus 1. So that is 1 into 3, that is equal to 3. Now U of 2, 0 is equal to 2 into 4 minus 2. So 2 into 2, that will give you 4. U of 3, 0 is equal to 3 into 4 minus 3. That is 3 into 1, that will give you 3. So u of 4 comma 0 is equal to 4 into 4 minus 0. 4 minus 0, that is equal to 0. So for all t x equal to 0 and y equal to 0, and for a t x is equal to 4 and u equal to 0. So that's how you are forming the previous table. So using these values, we fill the column and x is equal to 4 and row against t is equal to 0. That is a comma b. If you add a and b, and if you divide it by 2, it will get c. That is, this means c is equal to a plus b by 2. This can be represented by the diagram shown in the slide. So the values of u at t equal to 1 are written by seeing the values of u at t equal to 0 and using the average formula. Next is the Laplace equation. This next partial differential equation that we are going to see is equation dou square u is equal to dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y square is equal to 0. So we can see that Laplace equation could correspond to finding the equilibrium solution, that is a time independent solution if there were not sources. So this is an equation that can arise from physical situations. How we solve Laplace equation will depend upon the geometry of the 2D object we are solving it on. Let's start out by solving it on a rectangle given, that is your x varies from 0 to 1 and your y varies from 0 and your y varies from 0 to h, and your y also varies from 0 to h. So for this geometry Laplace equation alone, with 4 boundary conditions will be given below. That is del square u is equal to dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y square is equal to 0. That is u of 0 comma y is equal to g1 of y, u of l comma y is equal to g2 of y, and u of x comma 0 is equal to f1 of x, and u of x comma h is equal to f2 of h. So one of the important things to note here is that unlike the heat equation, we will not have any initial conditions here. So both the variables are spatial variables and each variable occurs in a second order derivative, and so we will need 2 boundary conditions for each variable. Next is Laplace equation. Next, let's notice that while the partial differential equation is both linear and homogeneous, the boundary conditions are only linear and are not homogeneous. So this creates a problem because separation of variables requires homogeneous boundary conditions. Next point is, to completely solve Laplace equation, we are in fact going to have to solve it 4 times. So each time we solve it, only one of the 4 boundary conditions can be non-homogeneous, while the remaining 3 will be homogeneous. So the 4 problems are probably best shown with a quick sketch. So let us consider the following sketch. So the 4 problems are probably best shown with a quick diagram. So let's consider the following sketch. That is, first one is del cube of u3 is equal to 0. So there u3 of 0 comma y is 0 and u3 of x comma h is f2 of h, and u3 of x comma 0 is equal to 0, and here u4 of 0 comma y is g1 of 0, u4 of x comma h is 0 here. So this is del square of u4 is equal to 0 and u4 of l comma y is equal to 0 and u4 of x comma 0 is equal to 0. Here u1 of x comma h is equal to 0, u1 of 0 comma y is 0, and u1 of x comma 0 is f1 of x. And next diagram, u2 of x comma h is 0, u2 of 0 comma y is 0, and here del square of u2 is equal to 0. So u2 of l comma y is g2 of y, and u2 of x comma 0 is equal to 0. So next is Crank-Nicholson method. So you can see the grid. So it is the lower portion is j comma n. So if you go to your left side, it is j minus 1 comma n, and this side if you go, it is j plus 1 comma n. If you go up, it is j minus 1 comma n plus 1, then j comma n plus 1, then j plus 1 comma n plus 1. So the formula is u of I comma j plus 1 is equal, j plus 1 is equal to 1 by 4 into u of I minus 1 comma j plus 1 plus u of I plus 1 comma j plus 1 plus u of I minus 1 comma j plus u of I plus 1 comma j. So next is Bender-Smith's difference equation, explicit method. Solve u double x is equal to 32 into u1, taking h is equal to 0.25 for t greater than 0 and 0 less than x less than 1 subject to the condition u of x comma 0 is 0, u of 0 comma t is equal to 0 and u of 1 comma t is equal to t. So the formula is u of I comma j plus 1 is equal to lambda into u of I plus 1 comma j plus 1 minus 2 lambda into u of I comma j plus lambda into u I minus 1 comma j, where your lambda is equal to 1 by 2 into u of I plus 1 comma j plus u of I minus 1 comma j. So the answer will be your I take the increment 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75 and 1, because I varies from 0 to 1 and j varies from 0 to 5. So if you using the previous slide, if you answer the values, so you will be getting the table like this. And thank you. And with this, the topic is over.